Well, testing something a bit different now. This is called Expeditions Rome. It's like a classic RPG, CRPG, similar to like Pathfinder, these kind of games, like the original Baldur's Gate. Like Pillars of Eternity and stuff like that. It's like one of those games, really long RPG, but set in kind of Rome and with the whole historical aspect to it. This one I'd say works pretty well. The only downside I think is the UI is a bit off, because with these top-down games you want a decoupled pitch, but then the UI becomes a bit more problematic. And you'll see in the first kind of tutorial battle that you can kind of lower it a bit to still get the highlight, or you can have the UI follow your head to kind of point at things, because it's a bit more difficult, tricky to know what you're pointing at and when. I mean, it's turn-based, so you've got plenty of time to do your move, but it's a little bit more frustrating if you don't know exactly where you're pointing. There are markers on the ground, and probably due to my unfamiliarity with this game and like the general gamepad controls, trying to figure out a best way, but decoupled pitch is definitely nice. It's definitely nice with this. Performance is pretty good. There's no upscaling stuff other than like the temporal one. So I use like screen percentage 80, but I think you can turn the foliage and like the cloth physics and stuff down. Did just recently get like a Gladiator update, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the game has very positive reviews, almost over 3,600 very positive reviews. And yeah, just recently had a Gladiator DLC, and the game's currently 60% off on the Steam sale. And if you read the reviews, it's I mean, people have been playing this for a long time. I mean, one of the top reviews is over 100 hours of gameplay. The overmap is also one where you kind of want to save some camera slots, so keep the default view and then one with like a decoupled pitch. I think at the moment the UI adjustment doesn't save to the camera slots, but that's something you may regret moving if you then go to the Overworld map. But the information on the UI isn't super important, really. So you get some of the health bars and things, and like the abilities and stuff, but generally it's not too important. It's more the where you're pointing is the most important thing, and I think you could probably just kind of get that over time. I think you probably have to play this a little bit, kind of get into it. But these kind of games also kind of make me interested to see what people will do with mods. Like, this would be a cool game to have all kinds of different mods for things like hand gestures for zooming in and out of the map, or like hand tracking, or fixing things like the UI so it was like always kind of physically in place next to like agents or pawns in the game. But yeah, obviously the attention is going to be on first person games. But yeah, this is a game of like, dozens and dozens of hours of content, pretty cheap. And looks really good. I mean, it's in native stereo. There's only some minor things that I noticed that are only in one eye, like the occasional box when I get to the Roman camp was only in one eye, like some of the reflections and stuff. But yeah, it looks really nice, really pretty. So if you like this kind of game to really delve deep and into the story, lots of good dialogue, all voiced. So some long gameplay just to give you an idea, and you can see how I'm kind of testing some of the UI placement, some of the decoupled pitch out, trying to gauge what was good or not. I'm kind of like really bad at these games, so I was a bit struggling with the tutorial until I realized there's like a skip turn button. Expeditions of Rome, big sale on Steam at the moment.
Nearly done.
Back to Neptune's asshole, barbarians!
The Triarchus run us straight into the pirate ambush, Spearman. Allow me to execute him right here and right now. This traitor must be working with them. Don't be naive.
It is quite... They prefer...
Well,
Geminos, you stared us in.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I had nothing to do with it, I promise. They came out of nowhere.
Silence!
We can...
What do you say, kid? What do you... No tolerance for failure?
no one intends.
No,
I told you! Keep silent!
Rowers, up the tempo! Keep your eyes open!
Gentle...
An ugly...
An impending...
We...
You've... Or... You're...
Dominate. I would get used to my surround.
The stir must seem like he knows what he's doing to you.
Him and his whole legion seem like they haven't the faintest clue.
That other legion. Bit wet behind the ears, aren't they?
Everyone starts out that way.
True enough. Soon they'll be veterans too.
Or they'll be dead.
How long are they going to keep us here? It's driving me crazy too. I came.
Saw Agrippa harassing that old Service with the limp again.
That small-dicked bully.
This is not going to work. As long as the rebels...
We will need to cut their supply lines. Well, don't just buy you...
Quite unassuming, but full of potential, I guess.
You're a trial by my kill.
The fortress... I volunteer...
So be it. You will meet... I expect you have questions. Wait, visit my...
Salve, Legionari. Well, help yourself to any of the gear on the racks. Take all of it if you need it. You'll have to bring your own material. I have enough.
We might be at the wrong spot. There's no one...
Lucullus.
That's...
Hey! Don't...
Calm down. The only unfortunately, we could... There's... You have...
Roman soldiers! They're here to steal the fire! To arms! Keep them away from those jars! Me telling it depends on us!